David, as usual, was reviewing his lessons by the river. Suddenly, he heard a sound coming from the forest adjacent to the river, so he decided to go and see the source of this sound. After a few steps, David saw a squirrel shouting, so he approached him. The squirrel did not get afraid or run away, but rather began to make strange movements in front of David, as if he wanted to say something. But David did not understand those movements. But he stood and watched him, insisting on knowing what this squirrel wanted. When the squirrel headed to the road, David followed him. He thought that the squirrel wanted to show him something, so he followed him. The squirrel reached one of the trees and stood, and David saw a squirrel groaning and in pain on one of the branches of the tree. David approached him and took him in his hands. He knew then that this squirrel was sick and could not walk. David was about to find him. When David looked at the squirrel, he knew that it was the mother of this little squirrel, and he came looking for it. Who would save his mother? David picked up the mother squirrel and took her to the village veterinarian's clinic to treat her. Thus, this little squirrel, with his intelligence, was able to save his mother and thus become a loyal friend to David. And David was very happy to save this mother.